cam anymore. So for those who pop up, I will probably talk to them. But yeah, the reason I'm doing this late is just because I don't want to have to. I don't really want to have to, talk to a whole chat. But a couple of people that show up, that's fine with me. But to answer the question, if I was a bottom cat and a top cat, I'd probably be. I don't know. I feel like I would much rather be with a cat head and then a human body. I don't know what kind of question that was, but anyway, I guess we should probably talk about CES, or is it, yeah, CES 2025, and talk about all the gaming tech that's shown up. Now, I specifically want to talk about the gaming handhelds because as of right now, so many leaks for the Nintendo Switch sequel, whatever it's going to be called, the Nintendo Switch 2, whether it's become this. I'm getting kind of tired of hearing about the Nintendo Switch 2, and I have not even talked about it. And the reason I haven't talked about it is because everything else is being said. And I do have a couple things, though, that I would love to see come to the Nintendo Switch. And the main thing that I want to see come to the Nintendo Switch is going to have to be day one releases. So for anybody who knows that when the regular Nintendo Switch came out, the first one, and up until now, if you have a AAA release for PlayStation 5, for Xbox, and PC, you may notice that the Nintendo Switch version often is ported at a later date, or if it is ported at the same time, it gets gimped in some way where, it's not the best quality. What I want to see going forward is day one releases across the board. Now, there's a reason why I want this, because for anybody who has been in the gaming handheld space may note that we have the Steam Deck, we have the Legion Go, we have the ROG Ally, we have MSI Claw, we have all these various handhelds that play PC games. And you pretty much can play any of the games at launch right out of the bat on Steam. But if you're somebody with a Nintendo Switch, chances are you are not going to be able to play half of these games that come out at launch. So if there's one big thing that I want to see happen with this release is this whole, thing where we finally get things. Yes, I've played these games before. Yeah, dude, I just finished watching Squid Game Season 2. It's pretty good. What up, Carson? What up, Finesse? What up, Hazman? I went to school with a kid. I remember you used to chew on the other people's feet. Nah. That sounds pretty gross. Psychology? I'm doing okay. I didn't expect 14 people to jump in here right away, so that's actually pretty cool. But we were just talking about how Nintendo Switch needs to come up with some new stuff. So I've been paying attention to all the leaks, but I refuse to make a video on it just because everybody's commenting and talking about it already. The controllers practically look interesting. They have a new button that's on it. I don't know if the system's going to have a... I don't know if the system is going to have an OLED version, but what I can say with this new system is I also hope that the new Nintendo Switch has live streaming capabilities, a better eShop. I hope it has themes that come back for the eShop and the Nintendo Music, because the whole console for this past generation has felt like a beta test from my eyes. I've had my Nintendo Switch for about 7 years, and you mean to tell me that they have not had themes involved at all, and the eShop is just slow? Let me see. We're gonna hide that message. Yeah. But what is my? Nah, we ain't going there today. But basically, from my understanding, we have that. Um, I really want to get my hands on a Legion Lenovo, the Legion Go Lenovo, whatever the fuck it's called. And the reason I want to do that is just to see how it compares with the Steam Decks in terms of Steam OS or Windows. So I have my Steam Deck right over here. I think it's actually dead. So, but I have my Steam Deck right here, and this thing is literally my only gaming device now when it comes to PC gaming. And I use it to play PC titles. I use it to play emulation. The biggest ones I'm currently playing right now is a lot of old PS2 games. And I'm also currently playing Cyberpunk and a whole bunch of other titles. So that's pretty much what we're at. So yeah, there's that. What else is new? This channel is going to be going in a pretty much new direction. Not like entirely new direction, but I do want to expand to doing skits again. Anybody that's followed me on this channel for years already knows that I've done that stuff in the past. I have no idea half the people coming in here, but thanks for showing up, I guess. I should have probably figured that a lot of people are, a lot of people that come up here are just going to be random strangers. So, I'm just asking. Yeah, yes. I mean, back then I was. Not anymore. I kind of turned it around when, I literally started rapping in high school. Basically, up until junior year, there were like a lot of people. I wouldn't say like I never really quote unquote got really bullied there, but literally like after junior year, everybody just kind of who was my enemy ended up becoming my friend because we got in rap battles. How old do you think I look? And then I will tell you. No, I mean, dude, it's been years. I did it as a joke back then. Like I was more like writing these diss tracks. I'm older actually. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, I'm in my 30s. 32. I mean, if I shave, people think I'm like 22 or something like that. So, but other than that, yeah, no. I mean, like my biggest problem right now with like gaming commentary is like the gaming industry. I'm not really like impressed with a lot of the newer stuff. So, for instance, I like the idea of Unreal Engine 5, being for filmmakers, but I don't really like the idea of it practically ruining some of the gaming experience because everything just looks the same. I am not cutting my hair for a little while. Reason for it is I have plans to keep it going for a movie that I'm kind of producing. And I mean, like, I might be cutting it a little bit, but that's about it. The Steam Deck, I picked this up at launch. Now, when I picked up the Steam Deck, this is the 64 gigabyte one. Had I waited about a year, I probably would have picked up the 512 one and used that. But it was like 400 something at the time that I bought it. I still need to update the internal SSD, but I just use an SD card, which is like 2 terabytes. Does it? Though I have no idea what you mean by that, but maybe, I don't know. Does it clap? I think a lot of the stuff that's going on, I am not hip to a lot of the younger slang. Yo, 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 what up? What up, John? I feel like going live at 11 o'clock on YouTube Vertical was going to be a like shooting a roulette ball into the roulette wheel, because at this point I didn't expect many people to show up. But then I forgot this is YouTube Shorts. This isn't YouTube Longs. And YouTube Short people tend to scroll, scroll, scroll. But yeah, so there's that. What else is there? What else is new? I did see. So, for those who are curious, I finished season 2 of Squid Game, and after finishing the thing, which I'm not gonna spoil because people haven't watched it yet, but after watching it, I feel like they maybe should have tried to keep it at 2 seasons most, because I think Netflix pretty much persuaded them to go one more season because the marketing around it is pretty hype right now. Nah, I'm not going to spoil anything. I will just say, though, I am a little bit, what's the word, infuriated, or that I have to wait so long to, figure out what happens next, because I'm just like, they leave everything off of a climax, basically. Bro, I know what you're talking about, bro. Half of these questions make no sense. A tree grow? Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're going with that. Nope. Nah, I just... See, so many people in the past have done things, and I know exactly what... I exactly know what you're getting at. There is a... I'd be saying too much. That it reminds me a lot about... I will tell you, it reminds me like if you took an episode of Breaking Bad, like right at the good part, and you just stop it right there. You don't continue it, and you have to wait like 6-7 months out of it. The movies that I'm doing, so I've got 2 movies I'm planning. One of them is going to be a pre-sequel. I don't want to say it's a sequel. So there's a movie that I filmed back in 2018 called Kill Streak. It was a found footage film that was essentially two gaming nerds who do these sort of like game reviews, go and document this guy who ends up becoming a serial killer. And I wouldn't say serial killer, but he's just not right in the head. And we're doing a sequel to that movie, but before we do the sequel, we're going to be doing sort of like what happens in between both movies. So that's where we're at. Yeah, it is a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger that's like really... I just feel like it's a pretty big cliffhanger. You can see it right on YouTube. I have it on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, it's only an hour long. Let me see if I can bring it up in the link and I put it there. I mean, it's cool. Like, don't expect like a crazy, groundbreaking cinematic masterpiece, but it's all a found footage film. So because we did this within, I think, like a month and a half, and it's very like basic, basically. So let me put it in the chat. That's probably, honestly, John, that's probably the smart move. I would do that. I'd wait. I would wait. I would wait for you to watch it. Wait for season 3 to drop, and then watch it after that, because you're gonna be waiting like me, and now I'm gonna be kind of like, I wish we had more. I do. What I will say is, I am so glad that I watched the second season dubbed rather than subbed, because actually no, I'm sorry. I didn't watch it dubbed. I watched it subbed, second season. So, first season that I watched the Squid Game, I watched it completely dubbed. And the second season, I decided to watch it in Korean. And that was a better move. Because there's a couple things that show up that I recommend people watching. I recommend watching it subbed. One of the characters essentially speaks English in the thing, and there's a lot of like jokes and things that you'll miss out on. I mean, it's entirely up to you. I liked it. I liked watching it. I liked watching it subbed, actually. There is just a couple jokes though that kind of like will. I don't want to say jokes, but one of the characters is actually supposed to be like this Korean rapper dude, and he speaks English. Hi, the real Nathan Drake here. Hell yeah! What up, Travis? I was just telling people about Killstreak so they can go watch it. Yeah, I mean, watching American shows sub, that's actually kind of that's a smart way too. I watch it just because half the time it's just easier to understand it. Everybody talks so low in some of these shows, and you're like, bro, I'm not going to increase my volume to like max just to hear you whispering into a lavalier microphone because you guys aren't talking loud enough. Yep. It tells you what's happening and reveals things you never know. Exactly. But what else was kind of exciting about CES 2025 was they had like a stuff going on with Nvidia too. So Nvidia is now putting GeForce Now on the Steam Deck. Valve is basically putting SteamOS on multiple devices, and hopefully it takes the Windows market cap a little bit. I think you should be able to just click the link and just tap it on your phone. Or if you want to like get on a computer, but that's basically what I would suggest people do. Let me take a look at some of the CES stuff, like an overview of the CES information. Ned Luke was at CES. I didn't see him, obviously, because I didn't go. I would totally go if I, got invited to it. They probably like launched a bunch of AI stuff there, so. The only thing I really cared about it though was mostly the handheld stuff. But to go back, what I was saying about the Nintendo Switch is I just feel like Nintendo needs to announce it already, because you had manufacturers pretty much announcing things left and right. And this isn't just like a random YouTuber leaking things. There's like actual concrete stuff that all pans out to it looking exactly like it is in the pictures. So there's like a new button on the Joy-Cons. There's just many things that they can do differently that I don't know if they're going to. What else is cool is... I will say, though, like, since having a Steam Deck, there isn't really a whole lot of reasons to play my Nintendo Switch anymore. The only real reason why I still keep it around is mostly for exclusives and the fact that it's a little bit more portable. There's some other cool stuff happening too that I think is worth exploring. I don't know many people here who watch my YouTube shorts or any of the other videos that I post. I haven't really posted any like long form videos recently because I've been worried. I've been pretty busy working on other stuff outside of YouTube. But it looks like the chat's dying down, thankfully. What if the Switch 2 titles are Red Dead and Mario Kart 9 only? I wish I could. I wish I can. I can show you guys how to do it. If you are on the computer, you should be able to just click the link. But if you are mobile, maybe it won't let you click the link unless you tap it and hold it or something like that. You know, one of the things that I'm wondering with the Switch 2 is I really wonder if they're going to port Grand Theft Auto 5 to it. Because Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto 4 are still yet to be ported, and we got Red Dead Redemption 1 on there, so it's very possible that we probably will see more Rockstar ports onto the new Switch hardware. Mario Kart 9, I haven't heard anything about Mario Kart 9. If Red Dead 2 is a launch title for that, that is actually going to be pretty insane. That would be like the perfect way to get people in. That would be like the perfect way to get people to buy new hardware. Absolutely. You're like, oh, well, Red Dead 2. Imagine they go, well, here is Red Dead 2 for the Switch. Here is the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer coming at the same time. I just hope that whenever Grand Theft Auto 6 announces and launches, that it launches on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox, and the Switch at the same time. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. Focus on online? Nah. Nah, you know, what's sad about that, what's really sad about Red Dead Online is that they've pretty much abandoned it without actually abandoning it. They're not going to turn around and focus that much support on it. I would love to see Red Dead Online finally get updates, but it's not going to happen. Red Dead Online hasn't gotten an update, I think, in like 2 years. Every update that they do or say is just another XP bonus. So I personally wouldn't guarantee for that. But I mean, like, honestly though, if they focused on Red Dead Online, we would be in a much better spot with that game. I know a lot of people will disagree. I think, honestly, maybe them not going online for Red Dead 2 was a smart move, because if you look at what happened to Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 5 got milked for, God, it's been more than 10 years. 11 years. Grand Theft Auto got milked. So, it's not to say that I hate Grand Theft Auto 5 or online anymore. I just have no interest in the online, sadly. And Red Dead 2, because they focused on the single player and the online did not be successful, it kind of keeps its integrity in place. So its integrity is sort of a its integrity is kind of still there. Like, you can't go to Grand Theft Auto 5 and say that Grand Theft Auto 5 is nostalgic. You just can't. Because every single year you get an update. And for something to be sort of nostalgic or, you know, put in that box as like a retro title, it's got to stop getting updates. So that's kind of how I feel. I mean, people might disagree with that and say, oh, well, it's still 2013. It's a 2013 game that got released like 4 times. PlayStation 3, Xbox One X and PS4, PS5, and then you have the PC launch. They did say they would do the launch for 10 years. That is true. Killstreak is more nostalgic. Bro, that is so funny that you bring that up. It is. It's, you know what's so sad about that too? Is that at the time we were filming that movie, Fortnite was just getting started. Fortnite's another game that I feel like has sort of expanded more than what it needed to, but that's kind of one of those games that has become cool again. Like, everybody wanted to hate and shit on Fortnite, but you can't deny that Fortnite is still going strong because of its collaborations. So, when it comes to the channel and gaming handhelds, the next plan is to try to get my hands on a Lenovo Legion Go, or an ROG Ally X. I have at least 3 tutorial videos that I'm doing for the Steam Deck. One is going to basically teach people how to record and properly record their Steam Deck gameplay footage. Because here's the thing about Steam Deck gameplay footage. Everybody, for the longest time, probably thought that when you record games on your Steam Deck, you can't, like, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't take clips more than 30 or 60 seconds in game mode. But if you go into desktop mode, you can take that footage that you recorded, 15, 20 minutes, and transfer it over. So that's what that tutorial is going to be about. I would want John Wick to fight an alien from Aliens, yeah. Dude, right now they already have every franchise from everything. You name any pop culture icon right now, and chances are it's been in Fortnite. Fortnite. What's the other one? There's... Dude, they got Eminem in Fortnite. They got Snoop Dogg in Fortnite. Dude, they're gonna have... I bet you they're gonna have Squid Game in Fortnite. They're gonna have Squid Game in Fortnite. I'm just saying. We're gonna get some Squid Game scenes in Fortnite. If that happens, like, their marketing right now for Squid Game is actually pretty crazy. They had an ad I saw for the Duolingo owl. COD just has it right now. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I forgot that COD got that in there. I don't play Call of Duty though. That's the problem. Like, if I play Call of Duty, I can't play anything else because there's just too much space that it takes up on the hard drive space. It's like, really? So that's the biggest issue right there. Tomb Raider versus Indy versus Nathan Drake. There's Call of Duty. Like, I don't know. Call of Duty Black Ops, dude. They don't even compress their game files. It's how much is it? How much space does Call of Duty take up? If you installed every game mode, I think it's like, God, almost half a terabyte. 300, 400 fucking... Yep, I did. I met him back in 2018. As you see, I definitely had a lot shorter hair. When I met him, we only talked for like 5-10 minutes, but it was at a... This was like before it was like really huge. It's like the fat guy sitting on a bench next to 5 skinny guys. Exactly. But yeah, no, Music Jams. I met Mr. Beast back in 2018 at a conference that I went to that I was volunteering. And I guess something caught his eye on my phone, and he asked me like what video or what recording software that I used. So we just sat down and chat for like 5 minutes before he had to go do other stuff. And then after that, there was a bunch of these clickbait YouTubers like 3 months later that started taking my video and basically misusing it, saying that, oh, you know, Mr. Beast is mean to his fans and all this. And basically what happened after that was I had posted something on Twitter about it, and Mr. Beast followed me and practically just said, hey, you know, you can take those down if they're reusing your content. Now, I know why Mr. Beast did that, because at the time it was probably something that made him look a little bit bad as well. But for me specifically, I didn't do anything with those videos because it's just, there was really no point. But he followed me, sent a DM. I wish I could say that I actually worked with him, because a lot of people keep DMing me saying, hey, you work with Mr. Beast? And I'm like, I wish. But in reality, though, I don't know if I would actually like want to work with him like for a while. I think it's just one of the things that it would just add too much stress. Like, maybe I'll do behind the scenes stuff if I could, but I don't want to be... I'm not the type of dude who wants to be in the challenges. I have no interest in being any challenges. Just, you know, he wants to pay me as a editor and wants to pay me like a handsome amount to help put his videos out there. Cool, but I have no interest in being in challenges. I want to be more of the guy that's like behind the scenes and that kind of thing. I'm not really like much of a person that goes on camera. I mean, I go on camera, but just not as much as like, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, Call of Duty, I can't get into it. I played Call of Duty. The last Call of Duty I played was, I think, Black Ops 5 or Modern Warfare 2. I don't remember. What I am kind of excited about right now is I have a few videos that I'm working on behind the scenes that are going to be pretty big, but the problem is they're not going to be on my channel. What I do is I do video editing for other YouTubers. And I mean, I don't want to say other YouTubers. Right now it's only one, but I'm going to work on a sort of like a short Fortnite documentary for somebody. And then that's going to go on a channel. I want to get back into doing vlogs again and some Let's Plays, but we'll have to just play it by ear. The biggest thing though that will be returning on my channel is convention stuff and just pop culture stuff in general. Like, I'm not going to be talking about all the comics and all the other stuff. What I am going to do though is go to these conventions, hopefully as a media, like a media press, and hopefully interview some celebrities. How much do I charge to edit videos? It varies. Honestly, it varies on what the video is, and it varies on the process. But my prices range for, it really varies. So like, if people want a one-off video, that can go anywhere from 125 to 250 per video. If you're doing shorts, I lower that price a little bit, but I will sort of put things in a package. But I also do podcasting, and that business will probably be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month. It really varies on what people ask for. But when it comes to videos, like really high detailed videos, the lowest I will ever do a video for now, going forward, is $250. It's just editing kind of takes up a lot of time, and I just don't want to like, I don't want to like half-ass the videos either. But I would love to, do it as a way to kind of help people out. So I edit for a channel that is another gamer by the name of Downcast Spark. And I did one video. And mind you, he's even on a lower rate than that without getting the numbers. But basically, I worked on a video for him that took about 2 to 3 weeks. And it wasn't because the video itself took a very long time, but it was just because I had other projects that I was working on. And what it requires me to do is it requires me to sit down and watch 45 minutes to an hour worth of gameplay stuff, to take all the best bits, to take all the funny moments, to create a story around the video. So that is kind of where the pricing will come into play. So that's kind of where, that's why I charge so much. So, and I generally have no issue working with beginners, but I also want them to understand that it's not an overnight success. The best part about editing videos for other people rather than working on videos myself is that in comparison to ad revenue on YouTube, I get paid a lot more for it. Now, the hope is that the video I make will actually outperform and they make more money off of it, but it's not really, unfortunately, a guarantee, which is why they're paying for more of the service, the skill set, and the time, rather than, like, oh, I'm trying to go viral in 24 hours. Like, if you want to go viral on YouTube, I'm going to just be real. Just follow the trends and do what everyone else is kind of doing, sadly. I mean, you can create a whole bunch of YouTube shorts, and you can just create a bunch of content and get a lot of views and watch time from that. And I've done it, but I don't personally do it all the time. Like, people are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very, very, very conflicted about the use of AI, but I do use AI in some of my YouTube shorts. Like, I have a generated AI twin that comes out with a lot of the stuff. I haven't been using it a lot lately just because I want to get back into making more authentic videos. But what's cool about this is I can record a video one time and that video can be reused 5 to 10 times. And it's just regenerating the same sound or a different sound with different lip sync. So, If I'm AI right now, that would be a pretty good job because this is definitely not AI. But I do have AI content. I don't I'm like I don't really want to use it as a way to replace my work. I want it to use it as a way to sort of enhance what I'm already doing. I feel like I feel like too many people are using it as a crutch, and a lot of the content that I see on YouTube right now, it's just I don't know. I don't want to say that it rubs me the wrong way because I get the algorithm. I get why they're doing it. The sad truth is that AI content is performing really, really well compared to real videos. But I also don't think those people that are using it effectively are using the best way. Yeah, you're pretty much right about that. So, what you do in order to do it right, what you do is you put the input of what you're looking for, and then whatever it outputs out, that is where you're going to take all that creative energy and remix it and make it your own. What you don't want to do is you don't want to generate everything with it and just post it, which is sadly 80% of the people that post AI driven content on YouTube. You can tell it's AI, it looks cheap. You also don't want to take you also don't want to take what was it? You don't want to take people's original work that is creative, throw it through AI, and then make changes after that because that's kind of I don't know. There's a lot of like ethical stuff behind that. Meaning, I only mainly use it for Chat GPT and some script writing, but other than that, I don't use it. But I love how this chat just completely derailed into talking other stuff. I was even going to talk more about CES, but I think I'm just going to have to make actual videos discussing this because it's I have a video I did talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, which is a commentary, but there's just so much to really dissect, and everyone's been talking about it. I am waiting for the announcement before I make a video. Is it free? Uh, some of it is, some of it isn't. If you're using ChatGPT, that's free. But a lot of the software that you are using, like Suno AI, which is like a music generator. I mean, some of it's free, but if you really want to get like the best benefit out of it, they will want to charge like a monthly service. So the one that I use that is the AI Twin, I'm paying a monthly service for it, which is sort of a captions app that basically takes the video that I recorded, regenerates the audio and regenerates the video, and then I take that video and then re-edit some of it. So I do that. And I mean, some people are probably like wondering, like, why don't I just regularly record it? And to that, that's a good point. That is actually a perfect good point because I can spend 20 minutes talking about it. But I think the reason why I use it is because one, I'm not always in front of my computer screen, and if I want to create something, I have it. I have this tool at the hands of my fingertips anywhere that I go. And two, is sometimes for me personally when I'm on video, I ramble a lot, as you guys can see. I ramble a whole lot with videos, and I just want a very concise script, and I just want a very concise message that can be presented in 1 to 2 minutes. So that is generally how it is. Because frankly, all the gaming news that is currently out there where people talk for 10, 15, 20 minutes, Some of that stuff does not need to be more than a minute. Like you're talking about the new handheld that comes out. Cool. Thank you for wasting 15 minutes of my life that I could have got the synopsis in like 3 minutes. It's like man, cuz what I've been really seeing that I've been kind of annoyed with as these channels are clickbaiting like fake trailers, and they're actually using an AI voice for it, but they are creating these fake trailers, they're creating these commentary videos, and you're expecting some new crazy information when it's the same information you learned last week. So instead of wasting 15 minutes of people's time or 8 minutes of people's time, let me just get the information out there in like a minute or two and be completely done with it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Dude, it's always like that. I know. It's like, hey guys, welcome back to another video where we're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks. There's this crazy rumor on Twitter. Look at all these crazy images. That one company, D-Brand, has launched their skins. And you go on each video and you're expecting a new video, and the title's like, Nintendo Switch leaks crazy, reveals, is the release coming? And then like, no, it's not. This is just lies. It's like, come on, dude. I'm done. I want to hear something else. Welcome to the latest and greatest news of gaming. Like, I like gaming news to some extent. I can't do it forever. It's one of the reasons why I'm expanding this channel this year to cover just more pop culture and in tech, because like I can get the gaming stuff out in a 5-minute video, and I might just do that and then have those be like once or twice or 3 times a week while I work on a bigger project. So, but yeah, it's funny how at the beginning of the stream we had like 17 people in the stream practically talking smack, and now we only have 2 people. I don't, like, the thing is, I don't really care. Like, a lot of people come in here, and because they're all, like, people who've never seen me before, I'm open to anything. I just think it's hella funny. People talking smack. They're like, oh, you get bullied? And I'm like, yeah, maybe. What's it to you? Oh, why don't you get a haircut? Maybe because I like my long hair. Oh, what drugs did you smoke? I was like, bro. None? I just think it's hilarious. Oh, what is that? Why do you have that shirt on? I don't know. I know he said that, but I don't... Like today, today I had this weird realization that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna name names in case they watch this stream later, but I had a couple people who I'm familiar with kind of go back and forth on the internet, and one of them was telling me how, like, yeah, they act cordial, up front with you, but they actually kind of talk shit. I'm like, cool. I kind of figured. But the main thing is my Twitter profile, or X, or whatever you want to call it, that is more focused on my business and video editing and podcasting than this channel. This channel I wanted to be more focused on video games, pop culture, and tech. The main thing that kind of takes away from that is just the time that it takes to do all the videos. So when you're editing and you're doing content for other people, there's sort of like this balance where most of the content that you'll see in the upcoming weeks is going to be scheduled out and batched in advance. So like right now, I'm in the process of creating anywhere from 15 to 20 YouTube shorts. I am also in the process of batch recording some skits and other gaming content just because I don't have time at this very moment to go full on YouTube. Now, I could do the shorts pretty easy. The idea is to get at least 2 to 3 months worth of shorts by the end of this month, so it covers me for the entire quarter. And then after that, we will be focusing on long form content and live streams again. Because I do enjoy live streaming. I just haven't picked the time that I actually am more active to do it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, I didn't actually anticipate on staying live this long, but and I'm probably not going to splice this. I think I'm just going to keep it up until people want to come in. They can talk about stuff. Let me see if there's anything new. I don't know what's new. What is some other gaming news that I'm currently missing out on? Because I don't actually follow a lot of gaming news at the moment. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet announced mid-January Terra Raid and Mass Outbreak events. There's a new World of Warcraft expansion rewards. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. So I think Xenoblade Chronicles X is going to be a what's interesting about this is launched on March 20th. I am thinking we're going to get the reveal for the Nintendo Switch 2 right around within either the next couple weeks or this month. Because it's possible that they may go for either... Would they go for a March release? If so, that would be a very tight window. I don't know. But Xenoblade Chronicles X is a pretty big deal, I guess. There's also some rumored price leaks that say that the system is going to cost $450. About $400, 25 games, might be slightly more expensive than Switch titles, which will retail for 60 to 60 euros. Unofficial announcement. Everyone else is leaking it but Nintendo. Interesting. Does someone need Stanley to knock on the door? Maybe they do. Why are people comparing this to polar bears? Never mind. Marvel Rivals can now be played almost on any device. So, Marvel Rivals, which is currently on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. I guess they're doing something where you can play it on the cloud. A much ranger device. Players with GeForce Now membership can access Marvel Rivals via the service and play the game via the cloud. Debuts of the game on GeForce Now comes right on the heels of the launch of Marvel Rivals Season 1, which adds the members of iconic super team of the Fantastic Four. So I think that's what's kind of cool is that GeForce Now is going to be on the Steam Deck. Now, what still sucks about it is that it's still going to need to be internet connection based. But at least that if you are somebody who has Game Pass or you want to play games that are not technically supported on the device, you can do that by playing these titles on your Steam Deck with GeForce Now, which that is just an addition already that I'm kind of excited for. So there's that. Interesting. Game Rant. I'm on Game Rant. Assassin's Creed Shadows first DLC is called Claws of the Awaji. I don't know how the hell to say that. And it'll bring 10 hours of new content. This game is gonna bomb. I really hope it doesn't, but it's probably gonna bomb. Assassin's Creed Shadows will either do one or two things. It will buy Ubisoft enough money to not get sold to Tencent, or it will bomb and they will have either bankrupts or go into sell Tencent. So, yeah. That's a shame. It's a shame how Ubisoft went from like being one of the most best gaming companies out there to like now like reusing the same assets and practically in bankruptcy. You never really should have released Star Wars Outlaws, sadly. I would like to play it, but I don't even want to be caught playing that game. Star Wars Outlaws it was a shame. Like, it was like, I don't know what they're going to do with the Star Wars IP. What is Star Wars going to do? What are they going to do with it? Who is going to save it? At least Jedi Survivor was good to some extent. We're probably going to be closing this stream off at the hour mark just because it is kind of late and I didn't really anticipate on staying on this long. But I do want to do more of these, and it was fun despite people coming in and trolling, but it was great. I absolutely think that streaming for the most part is something that I need to get back into. Bro, what is up with all these videos? What is going on with all these videos? I wish I could share my screen on my phone so people can see my screen, but I can't, sadly. Because if I could share my screen on here, I would definitely do it. Where am I from? The California area. Thankfully, nowhere near the fires. But that does suck with what's going on in Southern California. But yeah, it's just, it's almost midnight. Actually, it's past midnight, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Squid Game theme songs. People are playing. I'm seeing a bunch of Squid Game stuff on my YouTube homepage. I wish I can. I really do wish I could share my screen and show my phone. I would have to. I would have to go live on my computer or go through a different service, which I probably will next time. We'll probably end up playing some Steam Deck games the next time I actually go live, so that will be fun. other than that, I think we are going to pretty much get out of here for now. So, for those who stop by, thank you guys for tuning in. I will do more of these in the future. I want to eventually pick a day and do these the same day every week. And then up until then, we will come up with a consistent schedule for live streams and video. And it should be great. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I will talk to you guys later, and peace.